So students, today now we are going to see about the work measurement. So work measurement is the continuous of the work study. So it is an art of observing and recording the time required to do each detailed elements of industrial activity or operations. So to perform a particular job, we will be having a different activities to do that job. So work measurement observe all the activities that happens while doing the job and the time required to do the each activities also measured with the help of this work measurement. So the next one is involvement of work measurement. So it estimates the amount of human efforts needed for producing a unit of specific output. So here human efforts, the amount of human efforts required to do a particular task or a particular unit of product is evaluated. The next one is it also evaluate the amount of time that is usually taken by the well trained worker under a particular working conditions. And here it also mentions about the working standards with respect to the amount of one products that is produced with the help of the output. Now we are going to see about the objectives of work measurements. The first thing is it scientifically estimate the target time for each job and it compare the alternative method if anything goes wrong with the existing method with, and also it suggests some basic time to do a work in a better way, and it helps to provide the useful wages or incentive schemes to the employees with respect to the target time, and it helps to balance the work distributions among all the levels of the employees. The next one is it standardize the efficient method to perform a particular operations or a production. It standardize the working conditions for efficient performance. It determine how men machine ratios are required to utilize the both. It provides the informations and basis for producing the planning and scheduling activities. The techniques used for work measurement is time study, activity sampling, predetermined motion time system, synthesis from standard data, estimating, analytical estimating, comparative estimating. So here the time study we already learned. It records the time and amount of work done for a specific job carried out under the specific conditions. It is also done with the help of the stopwatch. The next one is activity sampling. See here large number of observation is done for a period of time with respect to the group of machines, process or workers. How these three resources work continuously is recorded in the activity sampling. The next one is predetermined motion time system. So it is in the earlier itself the determined motions and time required to do that motions or a work is provided to the workers and they have to follow it. It is a techniques whereby time established for a specific or a basic human motions are used to build up the time for a job at a defined level of performance. So standard of time will be given, standard of working layout will be given, and standard performance also given in the predetermined motion time system, so that near relocations or rebalancing will be ruled out with the help of this predetermined motion time system. Next one is synthesis from the standard data. It is a technique for building up the time for a job at a defined level of performance by totaling the elements times obtained previously from the time studies or other jobs containing the elements concerned from the synthetic data. So synthesis data is it evaluate the previous work done by the performer, and we will total all the elements with respect to the times that is done earlier from the time studies, and we will give a structured standard data for the upcoming job performance. The next one is estimating. It estimates the total components of the jobs including work contents for a particular process, what are the work elements is involved, and preparations time and the disposal time and any problems all estimated in a gross one gross amount. The next one is analytical estimating. The estimate is prepared by first breaking the work content of the job into elements and then utilizing the experience of the craftsman's. The time for each elements of work is estimated at a standard performance. So analytical estimators, it estimates the normal craftsman work and how he perform his activities with respect to the time allotted will be estimated, and the deviations happens is also recorded with respect to the standard time. The next one is comparative estimating. This is a techniques has been developed to permit the speedy and reliable assessment of the duration of variable and infrequent jobs by estimating them with the chosen time bands. Next, we are going to see about productivity. We know productivity is a measurement that expressed as output divided by input. So here we are going to see about the measuring productivity. So here we have three types of measuring productivity. The first one is partial productivity, second one is multi-factor productivity, and the last one is total productivity. So partial productivity is, it measures the use of one class of inputs or factors. For example, it will measure only the human resources, or it measures only the machine's productivity with the help of the material. So here partial productivity measure one types of inputs, not the multiple factors. That is called as partial productivity. So in macroeconomics, partial productivity measures only the labor productivity. Next, we are going to see about the multi-factor productivity. Here multi-factor productivity is, it record or it measures different more than one input is termed as the multi-factor productivity. So multi-factor estimated using the growth accounting. The last, we are going to see about the total factor productivity. It is measured by combining the effects of all the resources that is used in the production of goods and services. For example, if for producing a particular unit of products, if you are using the input as labor, capital, raw material, energy, etc., we will be summing up, or we will be measuring all the inputs productivity at a stretch and dividing by output. Now we are going to see about the factors affecting productivity. So the factors influencing productivity are capital investment that is made in the production, and the capital investment that is made in technology, equipments, facilities like land, labor, capitals, and economies of scale, that is advantages and disadvantages in long run productions, and workforce knowledge and skills resulting from training and experience, technological changes, work methods, procedures, systems, quality of products, quality of processes, quality of management, legislative and regulatory environment, general level of education, social environment, geographical factors. So these are the factors influences the productivity. This we already learned more detailed in the economics subjects. So with this, the work measurement is over.